It is now official. The proposed housing levy is not a contribution, but a tax. This after the Finance Committee proposed amendments that will see a direct deduction of the employees' salaries, effectively reducing their take-home by 1.5%. If the National Assembly gives a nod to the bill, then the employers will also be required to contribute a similar percentage to the kitty. And although the committee made concessions scrapping the 2,500 shillings capping on the contribution, it appears the action may be counterproductive, as salaried Kenyans will feel the pinch even more depending on one's basic salary. Let's begin our report with our very own Chemtai Gowin.
Mr. Speaker, I rise before you today with a sense of gratitude and appreciation.
As he formally tabled the Finance Committee's report detailing proposed amendments to the Finance Bill 2023, Chairman Kuria Kimani mounted a strong defense for the bill, which he said was riddled with misinformation and falsehoods.
Kenyans told us it is a good thing to make houses affordable to the public. It's a good thing that somebody who rents an apartment in Kenor or in Section 58 or in any part of the country and pays rent have an alternative of paying the equivalent of the rent but get to own that house at the end of a particular period, Honorable Speaker.
With 87 stakeholders who came before the committee during the public participation exercise opposing the introduction of the mandatory housing levy, Kuria stated that the committee had resolved to reduce the rate from 3% to 1.5% taxable on employees and employers.
A reduction in the housing fund contribution from 3% employer and 3% employee to 1.5% employee contribution and 1.5% employer contribution, Mr. Speaker. The capping that was capping the contribution to 2,500 has been removed because this would have been discriminative against those people that are earning less, because those people earning less would have paid their rightful share of the 1.5%, but you and I that have a higher pay slip then would get to pay much less or a higher percentage.
And although the government had defended the housing levy as a contribution, it has since undergone a metamorphosis to a tax that, if approved, will be effected immediately.
All the proposed taxes or all the proposed recommendations of the Finance Bill will come into effect with the passage of the bill. So once the bill passes, then all these proposals are going to become effective immediately.
With the monies collected earmarked to fund the government's affordable housing scheme, it also emerged that salaried Kenyans will opt not to take houses, risk losing their money, since the funds will be channeled to the consolidated fund that is used by the government to fund its programs, and therefore there will be no refunds. The matter sparked a heated debate on the floor of the House as members expressed their positions on the contentious proposal.
Not interested in your levy. We want food on our tables. Our children are going hungry. We don't need houses. We are living in our grass thatch houses. We are comfortable with those houses. All we want is food.
For us to say we remain status quo, yet you want changes, Mr. Speaker. We must do something to bring changes, Mr. Speaker. And we must be willing, Mr. Speaker, to take the necessary painful decisions now, so that, as I said earlier, tomorrow is better than today.
If approved, the matter is likely to find itself in the corridors of justice, with heightened opposition having been mounted by critics of the proposal, who insist the cost of living must first be addressed. Chemtai Gowin, Citizen TV, Nairobi.
All right, Gowin, thanks so much for that. Now,